Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Nearby Nation, welcome back to another exciting episode of Tech Reboot. I know for some reason, in the back of my mind, when I was creating the slides or the thumbnails for these episodes, I was like, when I recreated them anyways, it says Technic, and I don't know why. Maybe I had a little bit of a brain fart back in the day of when I actually did play Technic. So I think it looks cool the way it is, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep it the way it is. But anyways, welcome back to another exciting episode where we will be working with a planter. But I want to do something real quick, and that is create a red power machine. Now, why, you say? Why, you may say? Create a red power machine, right? What do we need red power for? Wait, actually, I'm sorry. Buildcraft machine. A buildcraft machine. Not a red power machine. I don't know why I was thinking red power. But anyways, this buildcraft machine is going to be awesome because it will actually set up plans for us, and it's called a filler, and it will actually make the dirt that we're going to need. So it's not really that hard to make. We should be able to make it. Let's just get some lapis, which we already have. I think we have some. Yeah, we have 95. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this stuff up here for now, and even the rest of let's go ahead and put all this stuff up so we know our inventory is cleared out. I might have to get some of it back again, but oh well. So we're gonna need lapis. We're gonna need a redstone torch, at least 4 redstone torches. So torch, redstone. We're gonna have to make them apparently. Redstone, wood. Let's go ahead and get a couple pieces of wood. What else are we going to need for the filler? We're going to need yellow flowers. So, do we have any red flowers? We might have to go get some. I know I just threw some out in my inventory, so that was pretty awesome. But, and then we're going to need ink sacks and gold gears. So, let's get these 4 wooden ones. Ink sacks. Oh, we don't have any ink sacks? Okay, so we might need to go kill some squids. Actually, we can change stuff around color-wise. So let's go ahead and get some more lapis, because we can use that to change stuff around color-wise, I do believe. So we'll see. So we're going to need... Let's go into our project table, and we'll put that up there with that. And, okay, apparently lapis doesn't change color-wise. So let's go get some flowers real quick. Maybe because it's not... Because that would be too overpowered if you needed a lot of lapis, like lapis, whatever you want to call it. If you would need a lot of that, it'd be overpowered just to get flowers to turn into that. So, but there's our flowers that we're gonna need, and we should be able to get ink sacks with these flowers at least. So let's fly back home and see. Now I have a neat idea for the live stream, and it comes down to donations. I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been asking for donations because I'm trying to make YouTube my YouTube/live stream my career. So the neat idea would be anyone who donates gets put into a raffle, and that raffle would end up at the end of the live stream would end up getting a spot in a couple episodes of a series that I do. So I'm wondering what you guys think of that. Please let me know. Also, I'm going to use this video alone to do a liking thing. I already asked for hardcore, and most people don't want hardcore, so we're not going to do hardcore. But I would really like to know if you guys would want Greg's Tech or no Greg's Tech within the 24 hours. So please let me know by liking this episode or not liking this episode. Apparently, dandelions don't want to switch either, so we're going to have to go get some ink sacks. But yeah, I know they can switch. But for some reason, I know our recipe is a little bit messed up. So if you want me to have Greg's Tech on, then like the video. If you don't want Greg's Tech, then dislike the video. And I know you're like, I don't want to dislike the video nearby. But I just want to see your guys' opinions. So if you want Greg's Tech, then like the video. Don't want it, dislike the video, and we'll see where it goes from that. Apparently we have some squids down here. Unfortunately, the problem that I run into with these squids is this railgun does not like to go through water at all. So I'm going to have to beat these squids to death. And I'm so sorry for this, squids. I mean, really, I am. Can you just give me a couple pieces so I don't have to... There we go. 3, so I don't have to kill your friends or your buddies. So, Daniel Bateman says, Nearby, I love the way that you're everywhere and kind of confused. I mean, it's good that you are starting to know what you're doing, no offense, but I like learning as you learn. I like learning too. If you go to the live streams, I've learned a lot of stuff. For instance, the MFFS system. I've been learning how to build one of those with security cards and all that on a live stream. Now, it's been kind of frustrating with people because they're like, oh my gosh, Nearby, you should know how to do this. But it's also nice learning with the group, with people. So take it as you will. Iron. We're going to need iron and gold. And as you can see, we are getting quite a bit of iron. We have 127 as our mining machine is it still going? Okay, yeah, it's still going. So as the mining machine goes, we should still be getting iron. 127 is what we have right now. What are we doing on cobble right now? Look in here. 214. Yeah. Okay, so the miner is going. So we have 127. That's nice. I just need to set up a way to auto macerate and do all that stuff. And I just did not mean to do that. My bad. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that. Alright, so that's going to pulverize those. I'll go over here. It's a lot quicker now that I'm setting it to a red power conduits instead of an engine. As you can see, this thing goes like 3 or 4 times as fast now, which is a lot better. And I'm hoping that gold should be enough to make the gears that we're going to need. We should need 8 pieces of gold, and I believe that's exactly how much we're going to be getting out of this process. Mike190 says DSUs are actually 2 billion. Yeah, you're 100% right, Mike Tyson. No, I'm just kidding. But nice thumbnail. Anyways, yeah, me and Garth were debating on that. He said it was 2 million, but he's never actually seen one with 2 million. But I'm pretty sure it's possible to get 2 million in them, so you're 100% right. Let's go ahead and get some stone. And I can fix this as well if we set up a storage bus on it. We can actually fix that, which I should be able to do real quick. Let's go see if I can do that real quick. Because the storage bus will say, okay, that's what you got in there, and act like it's a chest. So if I move this pipe right here, which apparently it doesn't like the power glove, but if I move the pipe right there and put that right there and say that cobble goes in that, it's going to loop through itself like it's doing right now, but it will actually keep it going in the system. And if we go right over here, we should see cobble 23K. So that's an easy way to fix that if you do want to pull it from your ME system, which later on we'll be using the receiver so we can wirelessly access this system. So we definitely kind of want it in here. So I need to do that to the dirt and the gravel later on. But as of right now, that's not what we're working on. So let's come down here. And there's those. Let's bring that down to that. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. There's our gears. And you might be asking, why do we need a filler nearby? Well, I want a nice flat ground of dirt to put the planter on. So that's why we need the filler, to make our nice ground of dirt. Because we have plenty of dirt to put down, mind you me, but I want it nice and flat. So that's why we're making this. So filler, again, is right here. And we need the redstone torches, don't we? Or something. What are we missing? There's that with the torches. So there's those. We are missing a chest. We have just enough wood left to make a chest. Look at that. So there's our chest. So now we should be able to make the filler. No, what else are we missing? We are missing the gold gears, 2 ink sacks, with the lapis torch. There we go. Now, after all that work, we should be able to make this. Cool. So that is made. We have the filler. We also will need bricks. Do we have bricks? Yes, we do. In order to use the filler, we have to put some kind of pattern in it. So we are going to use the bricks for the pattern. So we'll have that, as well as we'll need the markers. And you only need 3 of them, unless it's going to be dimensional. Which I might make it dimensional. I might make it like a greenhouse. A greenhouse would be cool, wouldn't it? The plants on the inside? Yeah, let's do that. So let's go ahead and get another redstone torch. Redstone. Throw that up there. That right there. And there is that. Throw it right there. And awesome. We got that. We got the filler. We got the bricks. What are we missing? I think we have everything that we're going to need. We need the blocks that we're going to be using for... What do we want to use to build it with? How much Zycraft? Zycronium do we have? 552, 491, 526. But we're going to need bricks for that as well. How fast does this actually make stone? Not really that fast, does it? But what we do is ME system to import the stone into the system. And we could probably do that right where that glass is at, actually. For right now, just to see if this works, let's do it this way. Oh, it's because of that piece right there. Okay. Do we have any more ME cable? ME cable. Apparently not. So we need quartz dust and glass. Glass. We haven't just enough of that. Quartz dust. Quartz dust. We have plenty of that. And then redstone. Oops. Later on, we'll be able to make our recipes a lot easier. But for right now, we'll do it this way. Because the project table is pretty amazing. Quartz dust. We got 4 of those. So we need 8 pieces. And we have 4 more ME cable to stretch this along. So we should be able to go to the left-hand side. Is it going to... Is it importing anything? No. There it goes. There it goes. Oh yeah, because it doesn't need a side. It doesn't need to be colored side. So right there we're going to be getting stone automatically imported into that for right now. So that'll help out. So while we're not at home, I know I could just cook the coal or the stone that we have up, but for right now we'll just do it this way. So we really don't have a lot of bricks, do we? We do not have a lot of bricks at all. But we do have a lot of Zycronium. Which one's the most? We have a lot more dark than anything else. Let's see. I don't want to make a potion, but thank you. I just want to look up a recipe for these awesome blocks. Keep going down. There's so much stuff added to the ultimate pack. It's crazy. It's just crazy. I thought I saw it. That's emerald blocks. That's not it. There's a lot of blocks. We really need to get rid of all those small blocks because that just makes it really confusing. Cracked stone brick. That's some crazy farm value. I wonder why it's got a farm value. That's really interesting. What if we put Zycronium? There we go. And let's go with the... You need obsidian for that. We have obsidian. That makes the plate. If we wanted the plate. Do we want the plate? I really don't want to use that much obsidian because we need 1 for each 4 pieces. There's a colored block. Let's just make this stuff. Yeah. Because that's just a whole bunch of... Yeah, we'll do it that way. I wonder if I can go ahead and... Nope, it won't do it that way, so... We will set it up like that. And put our dark Zycronium right there. No? Oh, it needs to be in bar form, doesn't it? That means we need to cook it up. Aw, the days of cooking stuff. So we put it up there. Will it auto dispense into there and auto dispense into there? Or does it? No. We just need a hopper on top of this thing apparently. Because it won't know to put it over here. So for right now, let's go ahead and make another hopper. Which is made by a chest, an iron gear, and iron. So do we have any extra chests? I think we do. And stone. Alright, we should be able to make this now. So iron gear. And now we should be able to make chest, iron gear, and iron. Oh, that was a stone gear, wasn't it? Nice. I already had everything that I needed to make it. There we go. Put the hopper on top of this one. And we'll just be like, okay, keep those. And that should keep that filled. So we'll have those whenever we need them. So those will be going as well. Because this is going to be a process. This is going to take a while to get enough bricks that we're going to need for this. See how slow this is going to go. But we're getting plenty of smooth stone now into the system. For example, we already have 63 in there just from this thing right now running constantly. So that's awesome. And I know this is not really beautiful right here. In fact, now that we have the extra ME cable, because that's the one thing I was worried about was the ME cable. Not having enough of that. And see if we run it right there, it's gonna... We're gonna need a lot more ME cable actually, because we need to go under the whole system. Water. I love you, water. Get out of my way, water. Alright, so one right there, and one right there. And then we can put that block back right there. Oh, no! No, water! Stop it! Put the block back right there. And that should stop the water from that. And we can put the block back right there as well. And that should stop all the water again. Nice. We are not going to be able to go through the tank. So what we can do is... Yeah, we're going to have to wait for more ME cable because we definitely do not have enough. But we can just go down a couple. And there we go. Well, maybe. Kinda. We might have to cut some of these stairs out. Or at least a block of these stairs out. No we won't. We can go this way. We can go this way. Decoration is more important. Definitely more important. Now I don't even know why there's a torch there. But yeah, we'll just go under here and then we can go up there right to the ME system through this way. Right there. And right there. Right next to our bed. Awesome. That will definitely make it happen. But we have to wait for more ME cable. Because we just need glass, actually, I think, is what we're going to need for more ME cable. So do we have any more sand? I'm so stuck. Back up here. Yeah, I know. Isn't it awesome how we're supposed to be working on the filler and all that, and now we're working on decoration blocks? That's how sidetracked I get. But I want a nice thing set up, so what can I say? Look how awesome that is, though. We already have another stack of cobble almost. So what we can do is just set that right there. And we can always be able to do that. And we can throw that up there. How are we doing over here on these blocks? We have 51 of them. Nice. That will be awesome for our recipe. 64 of them. 64 Nice. We will have plenty of dark cyclonium. And I think these are really dark when you place them down, so. Yeah, they're pretty dark. They emit a little bit of light, but mobs don't spawn on them, so that's good. That'll definitely help. So, how much glass do we have? We know how much glass we have. How much sand do we have? Not that much. That's why we really need a sand world. Just to get sand. So let's go get some sand real quick. Esther Annex says if you use a storage bus instead of an export bus on the DSUs, it's putting content and the DSU on your ME network so you can access them through regular interfaces. As long as you don't have any cobble in any of the ME drives, it should go to the DSU first. The way I set it up, it'll loop through, but it'll always go back to the DSU. So that's a better way, because even if it does, you put cobble in your ME system. Because that's the one thing, is if I'm using it wirelessly, I'll want to end up putting cobble into the DSU system, or the ME system, and it won't go back into the DSU. Look at me using acronyms like I'm crazy. Because of the fact that it's going to go into the ME system first. But this way, it will go into the DSU instead of bypassing, instead of not going to the ME system, or instead of going to the ME system. The Unjolly Guy says deep storage unit is from Mine Factory. You said you would build it before you do anything with Mine Factory. Ah, did I? That's awesome. I didn't even realize that. It doesn't look like it's from, well, actually it does look like it's from Mine Factory. What can I say? But yeah, before I was going to do anything with Mine Factory, I'm going to build that. Durr. That's awesome. I can't believe I said it like that. Alright, so now that we have the sand, we can go ahead and cook that up. So we might have to pull some of those out for right now. I know. Priorities, right? So many priorities. Quartz. We're going to need more quartz dust, and we already have the redstone. So let's set up over here, or actually, right there, the recipe for this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's 8 of those, and that's as much glass as we have left. Wow, we need more of these project tables, don't we? Actually, for the rest of the stuff, we can just do this. Right there and right there. So that's another 8 more ME cable. I'm just trying to make this more decorative looking than right in the way. Who would have known it was going to cost so much for me to do that? Probably for, sake of me losing power and not being able to fly back up, we need to do that. And in fact, we probably want to dig down one more. That way we can put the wire on top of us. Which would make me not be able to get up. You know what, we'll dig this way. A couple blocks so we can jump up from that. Cool. And don't attach to anything, which I don't think you will. And we're out again. Figures. It figures. But we're fixing to get the glass, so we're going to need to build more. So, see, look at that. 23 more glass. Oops. 22 more glass. Count them down as I break them. There's more of those. We're going to need more redstone. At least we're getting redstone with this system now, because that's awesome, because we were really getting low on redstone before. So with that, I give thy power. I should be able to finish this, which we should be able to go this way now to finish the look of this. We will put that right there. And that up there. I definitely don't want a looping system here. It's good that ME cables are smart. I'm really happy that they're smart. I think we have just enough cable, actually. Look at that. Just enough cable. That's going to be better. Now we can take this front bus off. Or not the front bus, but take this off. And we'll still be hopefully exiting out. Yep. Now I can't put it down there, so it actually is going to have to pull from the side, unless, what do we got here? Oh yeah, we have the lava going in. So yeah, it's gonna have to look like that. But I could put marble blocks on it if I want. But I like the look of that. That looks cool. So how are we doing over here on this? How much more stone do we have? Oh, look at that, 85 more stone. So we're constantly adding an awesome smooth stone to our inventory. So we can constantly change that back over to that and constantly put them over here. I know I was doing this the wrong way, by the way. Just one of each item. I'm totally doing that too the wrong way. One of each item. As well as one of these. How are we doing? We got 5 more sand and then we're back to the regular zirconium. 2 zicordite. Awesome. Right there, right there, right there. So there's more of those. And again, I used the whole recipe. That's my problem with this, is I'm too anxious and I'll use the whole recipe on accident. So we are making more zicordite, which we will be making a huge structure for our farm with. As soon as we get enough of those burned. And we have 204 of those, 7 of those. How much more can we put in this hopper? I know you can stack hoppers on top of hoppers as well, by the way. I just choose not to. I guess I'm just that lazy. But what we can do is we can already build the filler where it's going to go and all that, and just supply power when needed when we have blocks, because the filler will actually drain from your power source even though you don't have blocks for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to borrow this because it's on the very end and it's totally filled up, or close to totally filled up, and we're going to find our station where we're going to put these, which I think we're going to want this farm like right by our house. So I think probably like right here is our good starting point. And if you supply a redstone signal to this, you'll be able to see where the lines line up, so you don't have to actually manually eye it. So we can be like, you know what? And these will go through blocks and replace them in different places. So, but it won't like mine out the whole area, I don't believe. I could be wrong there. If I am, you guys will tell me. But yeah, we want one right here. And then how far up do we want this? 'Tis the question. I think I want it as far as this building goes up. And probably out to here. Something like this. And yeah, I'll probably put basalt bricks or something around the sides to cover up the empty spots underneath it. Alright, so what level is this at over here? That is at... what was that? This is at 93. So let's make this one 93 over here. If I could hit it. There we go. 93. We are at 92. 93. We are good. Oh, we gotta put our torch up there first. Alright, so if I right click this, oops. If I right click that. Oh, I think one's gotta be set over here. To equal with that. So if we put one right here, oops, grab that, Nerby, grab it. All right, there we go. That's the grid that we want. So now we're gonna set the filler right on top of this, and we can collect our torches back now because they're all gonna fall where they were placed. So there's one right there. One right over here. We got 3 of them. Wasn't there? Oh, there's the last one. Hey, buddy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Okay, we want this filled up to be empty. So this is the empty pattern right here. And then we want to put these cordite blocks in. And then we just want to supply power to it, which we will use the redstone energy cell for. So there's the power. And that's as much blocks as we have. So we're going to have to wait for more blocks. But I'll take the power and see how fast that is. That'll build the whole area that we're going to need all the way around. Perfect, right? And that'll be our farm area. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the Nearby Nation, we will see you again tomorrow for another exciting episode of Tech Reboot, or Technic Reboot, or whatever you want to call it, where we will be getting more design blocks and all of that stuff. So thanks for watching, as always. Don't forget to like if you want Greg's Tech in the live stream, and dislike if you don't want Greg's Tech in the live stream. And that's about it. Bye, guys. Have a great day.